Hold on. Little Black blasted off on command while Bruce strolled to the under-construction floor. Now he had to figure out how to report the mess in the building, when suddenly he spotted a fire sprinkler on the ceiling. A brilliant idea struck. The fire alarm went off. Relayed to Hans, who cheekily ordered 911 to cancel, asking which floor. Bruce saw the fire brigade coming, igniting hopes the salvation was near. However, to his shock, the fire brigade did a U-turn, and he heard the elevator stopping. Suddenly, a weapon-wielding robber barged in like a wild animal, launching a carpet search on the 32nd floor. Bruce's heart raced as he planned to catch the robber off guard, but ended up being countered and lost his weapon, quickly grappling with the guy. Using his surroundings as assistance, the robber relentlessly charged at Bruce, who was surprisingly helpless. They both tumbled down the stairs like rolling snowballs. With the robber pinned beneath him, both gasping for air, Bruce finally caught a break and snatched the robber's weapon and walkie-talkie, now keeping tabs on the bad guy's movement. Meanwhile, Little Black cracked the first code. The next mechanical challenge was tougher. Time for the drill. To intimidate the robbers, Bruce quickly pressed buttons for 30th and 31st floors. As the elevator moved, he opened the emergency switch and forced it open with his hands. The elevator got stuck between the 30th and 31st floors. Bruce jammed the door with a screwdriver, leaped, and quickly switched off the emergency setting. Next second, the elevator hit the 30th, terrifying the robbers. Hearing the noise, everyone gathered quickly. Ironically, the dead robber had "I've got an Uzi" written on him. The henchmen suspected a stray guard, but Hans knew they were just old guys off for lunch. Bruce eavesdropped on their conversation clearly from the top of the elevator. Seizing the moment, he quietly jotted down their names on his arm, hearing the news of his brother's death. Hal the robber was devastated by the news. Hans restrained him, saying their priority was to crack the vault code. He wouldn't mind tearing down the whole building afterward. Lisa noticed the robber's odd behavior. Knowing her husband was behind it, only he could unsettle him, while Bruce ran to the rooftop. He fetched his walkie-talkie and began communicating with the outside over the public channel, while Hans and his crew heard every word loud and clear. Hans saw the rooftop as the best signal spot, ordered Carl to kill Bruce at once, while 911 got the signal. But due to Nakatomi Plaza's blunder, they hardly believed Bruce's robbers. Are you still probing with words? Send the cops back. Sir, I've told you this is a protection site. If this is an emergency, pull out your phone and dial 911. Bruce was about to argue, but dense bullets started flying around him. He had to flee as gunfire drew police attention. They sent a squad car to check, while Bruce outwitted robbers on the rooftop. Carl crept off to sneak attack, while Bruce reloaded quickly, dodging bullets. He unleashed a volley of intense attacks on the door lock, leaping up to smash the door open and dart inside. While the robbers followed, Bruce had already scaled down to next. He smashed the window grates with his gun butt, but found no escape route below. Just then, robbers approached. To protect himself, Bruce removed the gun's sling, wedged it in the window, and descended slowly. However, the strap's length was limited, drawing robbers' attention. Bruce scrambled into the ventilation, lighting his lighter to scout ahead. The beam caught Carl's attention. He rushed downstairs with robbers to check the overhead ducts. Bruce held his breath in fright. Hearing the faint sound, Carl became flustered, scared out of his wits, and dared not move. Paralyzed in fear, not moving, feeling guilty, not moving, paralyzed, unable to budge, utterly still. Unable to move, feeling guilty, not daring to stir, utterly still, frozen in place. No movement, guilt-ridden, frozen stiff, completely paralyzed, unable to do anything. No movement whatsoever, paralyzed by guilt, completely unable to move, petrified. Motionless, frozen in place, filled with guilt, utterly still, totally paralyzed. Not moving at all, guilt consuming him, utterly still, completely paralyzed in fear. Absolutely still, guilt-ridden and not moving, utterly petrified, frozen into inaction. Paralyzed by guilt, utterly still, unable to muster the courage to move, completely frozen. Unmoving, guilt coursing through, trapped in fear, unable to budge at all. Completely still, guilt-ridden and frozen, utterly terrified, unable to act. Paralyzed with guilt, utterly still, entirely frightened, unable to do anything. Stuck in place, guilt-ridden, completely immobilized, fully terrified, completely frozen. Bruce tried to infuriate Hans to expose a flaw in his defense, but Hans remained ice cool, even telling his henchmen to track down the walkie-talkie. Check who else is MIA while Bruce pockets the robber's cigarettes. He also nabbed the robber's bag filled with detonators and C4 explosives while pretending to play it cool with Hans and sneaking away through the safe passage. As Bruce said, 3 team members went missing, 1 on the street, explosives and detonators vanished. Hearing the news, Hans got anxious and asked Little Black via walkie-talkie about cracking the vault. The reply indicated they had just cracked 3 codes, which made Hans instruct him to continue. Meanwhile, outside, Al also contacted Bruce inside with his walkie. Bruce told him about 30 hostages and 7 minutes 8 robbers inside, armed with explosives and heavy weapons.